If you're new to Elm and coming from a language like JavaScript, you're probably not used to the way Elm functions look. So I wanted to go over how an Elm function looks. So let's take this function here. This is an update function from a simple demo app. But let's look at the first two lines of it. So the first line you'll see, it says update : Now this line is optional, but you should use it. And if you're not sure what to put, when you compile, just include the warn option to your compiler and leave it blank, and the compiler will supply what it thinks is correct. And it's usually pretty close to correct. It's usually what you want. Sometimes you'll need to tweak it a little bit. But you'll see that it has three pieces. So the first thing is message, and it's an M, it's a capital M, means that's a type. If it was a lowercase, that would be an abstract type. And then an arrow, and it says model, and then an arrow, and there's a tuple with model and command message. So there's three parts here. It looks a little weird, right? And then the next line you see update. This is the actual declaration of the function. And you see message and model equals, and then some body. Ignore the body for now, it's not important. So here we have what appears to be a function that takes two parameters, right? Message and model. So why is there an arrow between message and model as well as between model and the return value? That's a little funny looking, right? You would think that the parameters that you pass the function will be demarked differently than the return value. Well, it turns out there's a little bit of magic going on here. In Elm, you can almost think about every function with multiple arguments as a series of functions that each take one argument. So we could take this function and just give it the message, right? And then we would get back a function that took a model and returns a command model, or a command message, excuse me. This is called partial functional application, or currying, which is after Haskell Curry, who's also the person Haskell programming language is named after. But basically here is you can think of each function, you can take functions apart by simply passing them some of the parameters, and then you'll get a function back that takes the rest of the parameters. That's really useful in various cases that you'll see at other points. So here what we're seeing is this is a function that takes two arguments, but really it's a function that takes one argument that returns another function that takes one argument that returns a value. So just know that the thing after the last arrow is the return value, and everything before that is the parameters. And that's how you read it. It looks a little weird if you're not used to it, but you get used to it pretty quickly.